Yo, what's up, hip-hop fam? So, let's dive into this juicy drama with Drake and J. Cole. Seems like things are heating up between these two, and it's got the internet buzzing. Remember how Drake and J. Cole dropped that fire track, First-Person Shooter? Well, looks like they're not exactly on speaking terms right now. Yeah, you heard that right. Drake's been throwing shade at J. Cole like a high school kid with a broken heart. Drake's been acting all kinds of petty lately. He's been low-key on social media, but when he popped back up, he did it in classic Drake style. He made a fake Instagram account. Yeah, you read that right. A secret Instagram account where he's been posting a bunch of stuff. On this account, he dropped some old tweets about J. Cole, including a post about Cole's phone being stolen and some awkward Jay-Z calls. Remember when J. Cole got his phone stolen out of his pocket by a fan and they called Jay-Z from it? But he wasn't answering, so they called from their own phone and he picked up? Classic Drake move, right? He quickly deleted it, but the damage was done, and fans are definitely talking. Now, it looks like J. Cole might have been the one to throw the first punch in this beef. He's reportedly feeling betrayed by Drake, and he's not just taking it lying down. Cole's been planning to link up with Kendrick Lamar, which might be a power move to show Drake he's not backing down. Is this the start of another rap beef? Only time will tell if these two will go head-to-head with diss tracks, or if Drake will keep it subtle with his subliminal shots. Drake's been super quiet lately, which is weird, since he used to be quick to respond to any drama. But it turns out he's been busy with his Finsta account, where he's been posting unreleased tracks and studio footage. He even shared a video about how his hit Hotline Bling came to be, reminiscing about how he used to call a girl with that name. Just more of that classic Drake introspection. Meanwhile, J. Cole has been reflecting on his own past beefs. He recently admitted that dissing Kendrick Lamar on the track 7 Minute Drill was a mistake, and he regrets it. Cole's been tight with Kendrick for years, and he's clearly trying to mend fences and focus on his own growth. Speaking of beefs, Lil Wayne's been getting in on the action too. He's been spotted rocking an XO chain, which has fans wondering if he's got issues with Drake. There's even speculation about Wayne's verse on a track that might be a dig at Drake. Plus, Wayne's book revealed he wasn't too happy about Drake hooking up with his ex. So yeah, there's a lot going on. As for J. Cole and Drake, it's rumored that Cole might be working on a collab album with Kendrick to really hit Drake where it hurts. Cole has hinted in the past about a potential project with Kendrick, so this might be a real thing. Fans are split. Some think Cole's got the upper hand, while others think Drake's diss tracks might still be stronger. It's a tough situation with these two guys who were once considered homies. They really had a nice thing going on. Maybe those days are behind us? The question still remains, is Drake going to weather this storm, or is he in for a rough ride? And how's J. Cole going to respond?
Seriously looking like Drake's old crew is jumping ship left and right, but can you believe it? Even his Young Money fam, the same folks who practically made him a star, are throwing shade at him in public.
Oh my God, neighbors, y'all gotta get in here and check this out. Lil Wayne just had a show out in Vegas, and during his set, his DJ mixed in Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Now, while he made some lyrical changes to the song, They Don't Like Us, They Don't Like Us,
it's really starting to look like Drake's old crew is done with him. I mean, who would have thought we'd see the day when even his Young Money fam, the very people who put him on the map, would start throwing shade? Remember when Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and Drake were the ultimate trio back in the Young Money glory days? They weren't just making bangers together. Wayne and Drake were practically brothers, and Drake and Nicki were so close that the internet was convinced there was more going on between them.
This is my,
oh, this is you. Oh, yeah.
I was about
to be like, yo, but it's you, so.
Yeah.
But a lot has changed since then. It's looking like Wayne and Nicki are ready to join the long list of people who've had enough of Drake's antics. Of course, Drake's hardcore fans are out here saying, this just proves all these people were fake friends from the start, and Drake's the real victim in all this. But let's not forget, Drake's got his own shady history. Remember when he hooked up with Lil Wayne's girl while Wayne was in jail? In March 2010, Wayne got hit with a year-long prison sentence after pleading guilty to gun possession. Weezy ended up doing 8 months at Rikers, and here's where it gets messy. While Weezy was behind bars, Drake hooked up with his then-girlfriend Tammy Torres. Fast forward to 2015, and TMZ dropped a major bombshell, which they later deleted, by the way, saying Wayne was so mad about Drake getting with his girl that he was ready to throw hands. According to TMZ, Wayne spilled all the details in a book proposal he sent out to publishers. He supposedly claimed that while he was locked up, Drake visited him at Rikers and straight up confessed that he'd already slept with Tammy, telling Wayne to stop messing with her. Wayne wrote, "This is the type of ish that a man never wants to find out when he's locked up." Or maybe so, cause only God knows what I would have done if I wasn't locked up right now. Finding out that she messed with Drake was the absolute worst thing I could have ever found out. Now Wayne later claimed in an interview that he doesn't hold any grudges against Drake, but fast forward to the latest Drake and Kendrick Lamar drama, and it's clear Wayne's picked a side, and it's not Drake. Wheezy was recently spotted rocking an XO chain that The Weeknd supposedly gifted him, right after Abel threw some shade at Drake. And to make things even messier, The Weeknd posted a pic of Wayne wearing the chain on his Instagram story, just to stir the pot a little more. Now as for Nicki, she and Drake hit it off as collaborators from the start, and their chemistry was undeniable. And through all the ups and downs in their friendship, Nicki always had Drake's back. She never switched sides or jumped on the Drake hate train like so many of his so-called friends. But here's the tea. Rumor has it that after Nicki turned Drake down romantically, he went full-on petty. First, he teamed up with Meek Mill, who allegedly laid hands on Nicki. Then he kept stringing her along about that song feature. And finally, he started cozying up to her female rap rivals. And with Drake's latest collab with Latto, it seems like Nicki has had enough. She didn't hold back and straight up called Drake out for being a snake, while also throwing shade at Latto for being desperate.
You know they forever gonna have a willing participant. Because girls are so desperate for this thing, you know.
Fans are now saying that this is just more proof Drake only cares about himself, and some are even pinning the blame on him for Young Money's downfall. One fan said, Drake smashed Wayne's babe when he was in prison. He was chummy with many people that caused Nicki pain. He literally betrayed his own rap family, and you people think others will be loyal to him? And someone else added, yeah, Drake ruined Young Money. Mike Van Wyck just dropped some bombshells about his time guarding one of the biggest names in the game. This isn't your typical bodyguard tale. Mike's pulling back the curtain on what it really took to keep Drizzy safe and secure, but he's also letting slip some secrets Drake probably wished would stay buried. Yeah, he saw the hustle, the grind, and what it takes to stay on top, but he also witnessed some things that were less than picture perfect. And now, Mike's ready to expose Drake for it all.
I used to guard Drake for a long time, 6 years.
That's a lot of pressure.
Mike Van Wyck, who spent 6 years deep in Drake's inner circle, recently dished some serious insights in an interview with Money Buys Happiness. And it wasn't just about the usual security gig stuff. Mike peeled back the layers on what really drives Drake's success, revealing an insane work ethic that's nothing short of legendary. Working with Drake was a masterclass in dedication.
Like, I thought I had work ethic, like, and I do, and I guess people, if you ask them about me, like, I do work hard, but like to see a guy at that level, like to watch this person go out like night after night, especially on tours, and like perform, like it's like robotic, man.
Mike, no stranger to hard work himself, was blown away by the way Drake operated, especially on tour. And watching Drake on tour was like seeing a machine in action.
It's like ingrained, this showmanship, and like this person that this person becomes on stage, and like how they perform is like, it's dead on show to show.
Mike saw firsthand how Drake brought that same energy and perfection night after night. That level of grind, it's what turns the good into the great and the great into legends. Mike got deep into it, describing how Drake's consistency blew his mind.
Like, I'm watching this person do this every night, and it's just like to see the looks on these faces and to like understand like that level of work ethic and that level of consistency is like, it's pretty wild to see.
Every performance was like a carbon copy of the last, but not in a boring way. It was about precision. Drake's shows were so tight, so flawless, that you could line them up back to back, and it would be like watching a perfect replay. Mike had the front row seat, watching those ecstatic faces in the crowd every night, soaking in just how much dedication it takes to be the Six Gods' right-hand man. Mike couldn't help but rave about how supportive Drake has been throughout the years, always there for him.
He's always been a very supportive person of my life. He's always like supported me no matter what. Even when I was working with him, I've had different stuff going on or whatever, but he's just he's a really good dude.
But he was quick to admit, keeping up with Drake's pace could be exhausting. The relentless grind might wear you out, but it also opened doors for Mike to explore places he never imagined visiting.
So it was like, but like places like Australia, I went to twice. That was like, that was awesome. I love Australia. And like just different places in Europe, I probably would never have gone if I didn't do that job. Like,
how did Mike even get this gig in the first place? It wasn't just luck. It was all about the right connections.
I was kind of in the right place at the right time, and we had mutual people we knew, and I just kind of got asked to come around.
Cool.
And then it just just took off from there.
Mike and Drake's producer, Noah 40 Shabib, go way back, like summer camp flashbacks way back. They weren't exactly BFFs at camp, but they knew of each other, and that little connection ended up being Mike's golden ticket. Fast forward, and Mike's just doing his thing, when suddenly, 40's name starts popping up next to Drake's everywhere. Before he knew it, Mike's in the mix, keeping Drizzy safe and sound. Mike wasn't just a bodyguard, he was part of the crew. He and 40 even hit the gym together sometimes. Drake's team, definitely more family than work buddies, but let's be real, not everyone's buying the bromance vibes. Fans are still side-eyeing Drake, seeing through the stories and calling him out for who they think he really is. One commented, and the press tour goes on. Don't think a skinhead interview helps the case, just proves the point. Drake's people gotta be the dumbest people on the planet. Some people are sure Drake set up the whole interview as a slick PR move to save face.
Rocky again? Will Rocky give Drake the Kendrick treatment? While Not Like Us continues to stay at the top of the charts, a lot of people felt like it was over for Drake. However, the Six God has other plans.
Cause I've been trying to work it out.
He dropped a ton of music and other video content. He's also taking shots at rappers too. One song with Young Thug and 21 Savage has a line where Drake may be dissing A$AP Rocky, and fans are going crazy about it. Was it really a diss at A$AP, or is it a reach? Fans believe Drake gave Rocky a few bars at the end of the song It's Up. Not only that, he called him an idiot.
You're an idiot. This needs to stop. Now.
The lines could probably be referring to A$AP Rocky's recent court case where he was accused of shooting another A$AP member. Or maybe it was a way for Drake to tell A$AP that not only is he an idiot, but he will continue to retaliate against him if he wants war. Regardless of what it meant, it's not the first time Drake has sent shots at A$AP Rocky, and what better way to do it than doing it at the same time you're dropping hella music. He leaked 100 gigabytes of unreleased music when everyone advised him to keep dropping hits after clashing with Kendrick Lamar. Unfortunately, some of the songs that would usually work didn't. It didn't do a goddamn thing! A$AP Rocky sent shots at Drake too before this even happened. Rocky has been peeping the way Drake constantly talks about Rihanna and throws little stones at him, so at some point, he had to respond.
Shut the up.
He revealed that he knows guys are hating on him for getting Rihanna on his side and is gonna keep doing him.
It be like that sometimes.
But A$AP also mentions being with Drake's baby mother before he did. So when Drake called out A$AP Rocky by name on his rebuttal track Family Matters, that was not just aimed at Kendrick Lamar, but other rappers like Rick Ross and A$AP Rocky, he made sure to set the record straight too.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
He admitted that A$AP says he was with his baby mom before him, but didn't put enough thought into realizing it was the same time he was with Rihanna. Throughout the Uno reverse card, Drake and Rihanna's relationship has been rocky from the eyes of the industry, making music together and being seen hugged up and whatnot. But at some point, it looked like everything fell apart. Rihanna started doing her thing and building her brand. Drake did the same.
I'll take care of you.
Soon enough, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky got in a relationship and had 2 kids. Now they're looking happily ever after, and Drake has been side-eyeing them since. Drake has also been treating A$AP Rocky like he's a little guy. He says that A$AP Rocky relies on Rihanna to remain relevant because his music is mid, so his best bet is to continue being with her while also keeping his likeness and fashion instead of music.
Boom. Roasted.
It's just a lot of attitudes being thrown around now that Drake and Kendrick's beef has shown the true colors of a lot of other artists. So far, Drake is accused of canceling Schoolboy Q and Sir's concerts in Toronto.
Whack.
And DJ Mustard believes Drake convinced Gordo, who was formerly known as the electronic dance producer Carnage, to drop his album on the same date as his to disrupt his sales.
Because we're smart.
Drake may be getting his lick back in other ways outside of rap lyrics, so sending more shots at A$AP Rocky on record may not be as bad in hindsight. It's just a matter of how long he's gonna keep shooting, and since he's still shooting after all these years of Rocky and Rihanna being together, then perhaps the shooting will never stop.